Hello dear friend, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. Today, Pan for Walt Disney, update number 10. We are crashing towards that finale. And did this update sneak on me? Just a little bit. It snuck up on me a little bit. But that being said, I have, I think, 9 goals met this month. So we're going to dive in from oldest item to newest item, do tons of roll-ins. So let's get into it all. So starting off with one of the oldest items in here. So Radio Rebel, something you kind of kept to yourself and then you told people about it later. So that is the Mary Kay. This is their under-eye corrector. Kind of a peachy color. I have bad under eyes, so I use a color corrector all of the time. Anyway, this is where I am at now. I am at the point where I'm calling this actually finished and done. We're coming out pretty dry, and I have started into another of these exact same under eye correctors. Finally, a goal met on this one. That is really exciting. Next up was the Little Mermaid, so something waterproof. So I had rolled in the Tarte. This is the Double Take Awake. We got a black liquid liner on this side, and then we have one of those kind of creamy Brightener eyeliners on the other. I'm wearing it today for only the second time. So with those 2 uses, that brings me to 38 in this project. It will be in here for the entirety of the project. I don't expect to actually finish it. But because it's a liquid liner, like once I roll them in, I just kind of keep working on the same one. All right, Emperor's New Groove, so something you'd want to try again for the first time. I had rolled in my Bali Balm in the sweet orange and coconut, but it's been decanted into this Laneige lip sleeping mask container because Willow went and ate it up. Don't think she got any of the product though. Anyway, you're seeing where I was last time, and I've been using this every single night as my overnight lip sleeping mask treatment thingy-majiggy. This is where I'm at this point, so definitely making progress, but I don't need much, so it moves very, very slowly, and I prefer being back in the squeezy tube than in a pot, so that's a little bit on the annoying side. The Parent Trap, so something you have backups of. I have backups of the Crisp Morning Air PocketBac from Bath & Body Works. So this has scent notes of juniper, fresh pine, and pear. So good. I was here at the last update, got it finished off. Such a good scent. This was really nice for like that transition to spring, so I'm enjoying that I pulled it out. And I still have another 2 or 3, I want to say, currently in back stock. These have an expiration of April 2027, so not a big rush, but because I have so many backups, it was nice to work that one out. Okay, next up, a Pixi liner. This was in for Aladdin, but makes your wishes come true, and this is why this eyeliner hasn't gone very much, because I do really enjoy reaching for this one. This is the Pixi Silky Eye Pen in Deep Plum, but it's like a dark color, but not as dark because it's plum. So I've been just really enjoying reaching for it. This pencil is getting a lot shorter. This is my go-to that I'm reaching for. 13 uses since my last update, bring me to 27 uses in the project. I do love this one, and I'm making good progress on it. Okay, let's get to a little bit of a fail, because I should have gotten this one done for Hannah Montana, the movie. So bringing in something your alter ego would kind of wear. So I had rolled in from the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde eyeshadow palette a bright matte shade. This is the shade Haze, and I've been enjoying this shade. I usually use it as a crease transition color. I also layer the shade Supermoon on top of it all over the lid. So definitely very spring vibes, but it is a statement. So my goal is to use it 10 times. Since my last update, that was 3 uses, bringing me to 8! So close! Oh my goodness, I kind of forgot which project this one was in, so my bad. This is what the palette looks like. This is the shade Haze right here. So you can see in the close-up video, like I think I'm starting to make the slightest little dip, kind of like in the middle on the side right there. So it's just a little bit of a dip started, because I do have to pack this color on a fair amount, but 2 uses are going to be carried over to the next month. Oh my goodness, that's a little bit annoying. Okay, next up, for Luck of the Irish, I picked something with green packaging, so I went with the Violet Voss All of You Forever eyeshadow palette. This is one I wanted to reach into, and we're at the point now where this is all the new stuff from last month. So this is the palette. There are 3 green eyeshadows in here, kind of depending on how you count this one in all of you. So I do like this palette. I managed to hit my goal of no pan left behind in only 2 uses. So I really pushed it. I do like this palette. It may have been a little bit on the darker, deeper side for when I wanted to, like, I want to reach for it. Timing a little bit late. Some of this lasts pretty well. Some of it doesn't. This shade in Endless Desire pulls a little bit more red, which isn't my preference. I'm not so big on the black. I would rather use the dark brown there in Charmed. So this could be a palette maybe I'll rip apart eventually because some of it didn't last very well in the eyes either, but I'm not at the point where I'm ready to do that quite yet. Race to Witch Mountain, so an alien in your collection. So I only have 1 item from Stone Street Soap House. This is their Wholesome Body Cream, and it is a couple of years old in my collection. It came via BoxyCharm. Yeah, it's like a, I don't know, laundry-esque kind of scent at this point. Like a lotion, laundry, fresh kind of scent. Anyway, this is the point where I'm at now. I've actually marked it on the side because we can see it pretty well. This is where I'm at. I've only used this like 3 times. So it moves decently, and it's not going to take me too long, I don't think, to work my way through the 250 milliliters that were originally in here. But I just didn't reach for it very often. So we're just going to set that to the side. Popeye, so something that gives you strength / confidence. Soft hands are one of those things. So I went with a hand cream. This one is from Mary Kay, the scented hand cream in Berry Parfait. Just because it works with a lot of things like I'm working on. Well, not everything, but it works enough. It's a nice berry scent. This has been my go-to hand cream at night. So I was here last month. That was brand new. I am now down to this point here. So not as much as I was hoping to do within a month. But it's okay. We'll keep making good progress on that with a goal to finish. Moana was next. So this is something you could go with either green, but I had luck with the Irish. So I went with the blue. And we've got a blue eyeshadow in here. This is the Essence Welcome to London eyeshadow palette. I had a 10 use goal on one particular eyeshadow in here, and this is the palette I'm wearing today. This is the color story of the palette. This is the blue that I am working on representing the ocean. You're seeing where I was on this last month. It did have some use on it previously, and this is my preferred way to wear it in that outer corner area. So yeah, I'm doing this combo of, these don't have any names, but this one to set the eyeshadow primer. I've been using this one in the crease transition area, this one on the outer corner, the gold all over the lid, and then this shade here as my inner corner highlight. This has been my go-to look I've done with the palette. I have done some slight variants on it, but not a whole heck of a lot. And I would like to do this look, but instead of the gold, I'd like to put like this deeper, smokier gray blue all over, kind of see how that looks. And maybe try to do something a bit more contrasting with more like the orangey tones in the palette. So we'll see. But this has been the go-to look. 6 uses, including today's look, out of my 10 use goal. So I need to reach for this one 4 more times. So making some good progress, enjoying reaching for this palette. And yeah, that blue is definitely the shade I have the most progress on. I'm kind of thinking I might be close to hitting pan on it, but we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to wear it down evenly, so I'm not specifically trying to hit pan. For Princess Diaries, so something that's going to really change your look, or a makeup routine that like just changes your routine. So I had rolled in a mascara because mascara is the one makeup item. If I could only wear one thing, it would probably be mascara because it makes such a difference. So I had rolled in the Clarins. This is their Wander Volume Mascara, extra, extra large, 01 Extreme Black. This is what I've been wearing on my upper lashes for the last over 2 months, I want to say. And I am wearing it today. This was rolled in last time, but again, it fit the prompt really well. Now, I think I'm at the point where I am going to call this done. Mascara is so hard to know when it's actually done. And my struggle with this is like, okay, I do my right eye first. So like I'm going with the mascara. It's like, okay, we're looking good. Maybe I'll keep going with this for another month. And then I'll get over to do the left eye. And again, going like re-dipping and to get more product. And the left eyelashes just don't want to do it. They're like, I'm out, forget it. It takes so much more work to build it up. And well, really what I should be doing is testing to see, do the left eye first and the right, see if that happens from like just dipping in and trying to pull out product. But I have so many mascaras, like got so many of them. So I'm going to move on from this and I'm going to pull out a new mascara, and that's going to be really exciting because I'm having to put more work into that one just to make it like how I like the lashes to look. But it's been a pretty good mascara. Okay, for Frozen, so another blue item here once again. Crisp Morning Air is back, this time as the hand soap. Again, it's that notes of fresh pine, juniper, juicy pear. This was brand new as of the last update, and this wonderful hand soap, did I freak you out there? Don't worry, I knew it was empty. Oh my gosh, this is so good, but it is obviously empty. So this one I put in the ensuite, which is the main place where I wash my hands, and it didn't move. The last time I had used up a Crisp Morning Air hand soap, it mainly lived in the kitchen. And then I was like, I'm not using it as much as I would like, so then I pull it to the ensuite. This is such a good scent. I do have another 2 Crisp Morning Air hand soaps in my collection. It's in the packaging from last year, like the photograph theme. Oh, this is so good. Winter, spring. It's such an amazing, like, this is as close to like the outdoorsy fresh air kind of sense that I enjoy, and it's the pair that really makes a difference. So loved that one, absolutely, and it was great for Frozen for that like winter theme transition into spring. So that was really good. For Twitches, this was a new item in your collection. So I think this sample of the Burberry Goddess EDP Intense, I believe this was the newest sample fragrance I had in my collection. So I started up at this line here. I cannot spray anything. Oh my gosh. Okay, come on. You can do it. Yeah, like you can see like the liquid there. It's trying so hard. I used this 8 times to finish it off. And is this the one with the lavender note? I think. Yeah, here we go. So this one had scent notes of, what is this? Trio Vanilla's Luminous Lavender, amplified with 4th Vanilla and Patchouli. Okay, so it's either the lavender or the patchouli that I didn't love about this scent, which would definitely hold me back from actually purchasing something like this. I mean, I'm so in love with my Bath & Body Works fine fragrance list anyway. I'm not really buying perfumes. But this was, it was okay. But it was either the lavender or the patchouli that threw me off. Frakenweenie! So black and white packaging, and we have some bonus bluey, greeny kind of color on here as well. This is from Formula 10.0.6. This is the Look So Clear Alpha Hydroxide Acid Body Wash. It had charcoal and it has spirulina in it. This was brand new. It was 50 milliliters and it is done. Fun fact, the soap, I'm going to see if I can try to show you. I don't think I can. It's pretty cleared out. But the soap was actually black. Like, it was pitch black soap. So it kind of really fit the Frakenweenie theme. Although, I guess I know we need the white in the soap as well. For Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure. So something for a product based out of New York. So I picked L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Pro Matte Gloss in 312 Rouge Envy, which was one of the makeup items I plan to use and pan this year because it's been open for a little bit. I put a 20 use goal on this lip gloss and I used it once, which tells you what happened. This has developed a bit of a plasticky scent, and I do love the color. I love the opacity. I love how comfortable and long-lasting this gloss is, but because it had that plasticky scent, and because I have so many lip products in my collection, I decided, you know what, we're done. I'm going to have to declutter this item, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I have gotten some decent use on here. Like, you can see maybe a little bits of windowing-ish. Like, I've definitely used a decent amount, but nowhere near enough to finish, obviously. So that is disappointing, but it is what it is. And because you do technically eat your lip product a little bit, I'm I'm not going to do it. And then the last item I thought was perfect. So I had rolled in Beauty and the Beast. So I had to get a rose themed item, and voila. The Bath & Body Works Disney Princess collection came through for me. The body cream in Belle, which has scent notes of rose petals, sparkling buttercup, and whipped vanilla. I have been wearing so many florals. So many florals. Oh my goodness. And florals are not my favorite, but I'm kind of like, I just go, let's get them used up. Let's get them out. I've started, so you have that momentum, but I'm not loving it. I am loving this one more than the Rose and Vanilla Body Cream though, which I rolled into Throwback 30, which is my scent of the day, and this one is technically better. Anyway, this was a brand new body cream last time. It is cut open. I got out as much as I could. It's a rose scent. It's a rose scent, and I'm more of a fruity or gourmand lover. But this was absolutely perfect for Beauty and the Beast. I had to roll it in, so I'm glad that I did. And I've also used up the candle as well, even melting the wax in the scent. So I've been using a lot of the Belle. All right, that brings us to the exciting part of the video where I get to use my Tiny Decisions randomizer and really think about, okay, what am I going to be rolling in for all of these new movies? So lots of exciting things going on. The wheel is just going to spin for a really, really long time because I believe I had 9 items that I needed to roll in today, which is really good. This is update number 10. We're getting close to that finale. So there's going to be a lot happening to push in preparation for said finale. But lots of things to talk about today. I've got tons of items in front of me. Kind of scared about some of these items. Oh my goodness, not gonna lie. I feel like we got some conflicts with other projects going on. But we're just going to dive into absolutely all of these new items that are sitting here in front of me. So we're going to start off with the first item I rolled in, which was Tron. Tron is a futuristic item, and it had further clarification of being metallic, either in the packaging or in the product itself. So I decided to go with Galactic. You will recognize this from my 50 Shades of Brown project, which I did not finish this item. This is their metallic eye sparkle in the shade Glam. And you can see there's some windowing definitely going on the sides here. And I gave up on trying to mark this. This didn't settle. This is actually quite beautiful. It looks more bronzy in the tube, but it is like, it's bronzy on the eye as well, but it's just much prettier. And I'm going to set myself just a 10 use goal on this. It might take me 2 months to do, but I'm going to do that as my goal for Tron. All right, next up was the Teen Beach movie. So we had options. We could go something beach themed. You could do a red lipstick, or you could do something with hard pan. So I've decided I'm going to roll in something for the beach theme. And I'm going to go with another of my fragrance samples, this time from Skylar. So this is their EDP in Salt Air. And this here is my starting point. I have not used this one before. And this one, we'll see how this goes. We'll definitely have to see how this one goes. It may not be my preferred type of scent, but I do have a fine fragrance mist I'm working on in Deck of Panning. I think those two would pair well together. So that's going to be my plan there. All right, and then we have Encanto. So for Encanto, we're going with a brand of Latin American descent. So I've decided, oh my goodness, and here I go with more eyeshadows once again, but hopefully this should be an easier goal to hit. And I do really love this palette from Dominique Cosmetics. This is their eyeshadow palette in the moment. I'm going to go do a no pan left behind on this palette. I do really like it, and with no pan left behind, I think that's going to be an easier goal to hit. So I know I had this in a product already this year, but at least now I get to touch everything because I don't think I did in the last update. And I'm going to try to do it in just a couple of uses so it doesn't detract too much from other things. But I do love reaching for this palette. It's my favorite Dominique Cosmetics. Maleficent was a challenging prompt, so something that would be a curse not to have in your collection. So I'm going in terms of the product type that this is. And for me, body moisturization products. Like I used to, once upon a time, get out of the shower and not do anything in terms of body moisturization. But on this Bath and Body Works journey, whether it's just, I've just gotten used to it, but like I need to put that layer of moisture on after a shower. It just feels so much better. Now I have a lot going on with my hygiene projects, so I want to kind of scale it down. So I'm going with a sample size. So I'm going to go in with this one from Crabtree and Evelyn. This is their moisturizing body butter. This is their goat milk one. So this is approximately here. It does have a safety seal on it. I haven't used it yet. I'm not expecting much scent with it, so it's going to kind of pair with whatever I want to throw it with. It will let me test this brand out. I haven't used this brand in terms of their body butters before, so I want to experiment, test it out. It just seems very luxurious. So that's what I'm going to be doing, but it is like the body moisturizer in general that fits the prompt. Nightmare Before Christmas. So either something Halloween themed or Christmas themed. So I chose Christmas themed, and when I think about Christmas, you got your classic Christmas colors. So that's what I'm going to roll in, because especially this, I think, will pair really well with the colored eyeliner I have rolled into my Graveyard Project pan, which is in Emerald Metallic, I want to say. So here is a very Christmas looking eyeshadow. This is from Mary Kay and Emerald Noir. So this has been in a project before. So at least one, it was in my Use Those Eyeshadows project. I had some use on it before. We've got maybe a slight little bit of a dip started, but not a whole heck of a lot. Go with this one. 10 uses. Let's see how I do. Cloud 9. So an item that you can't use your normal techniques with. So I've been doing a lot of work on loose powders for setting underneath the eyes, although I have historically preferred a pressed powder. With a loose powder, I've been using more of like a little velour puff, whereas a pressed powder, I tend to use more of like a powder brush. So that's the closest I could really come up with for this prompt. So I'm going to be rolling in my Physicians Formula Translucent Airbrushing Pressed Powder. So my starting off point, it does have some use on it, but powders move very, very slowly. So we'll kind of see how this one goes. I'm going to put just a 20 use goal on this one. Like normally for complexion products, I do 50, but just because of where we're at with this project, I'm going to try to narrow it down a little bit, and then that way I can put more focus on the loose powder I'm trying to finish in another project. So 20 uses on this. Robin Hood. So something inexpensive that feels expensive. So I'm going to go with, I really, really love these items here from Olay. These are drugstore body washes, but the scent is so good on all of them. All of them, even the floral one. Yep, I'm even enjoying the rose scented one, and I'm not a floral girl. So that tells you how good the scents are. Their formulas are also so good, and they lather up. Now, it's not like I have a great comparison. Like, what are like expensive body washes like? I couldn't really tell you, but these feel to me high-end, luxurious. They are drugstore. They go on sale all of the time. They are so good. Oh my goodness. This one's so good. Okay, you last saw this item. This is the Olay Fresh Outlast Body Wash with notes of orange blossom and white tea. You saw this last in my fall hygiene project Use It Up when I was pairing it with the Aromatherapy Orange and Ginger Body Cream from Bath and Body Works. This, though, it says orange blossom and white tea, but all I smell is just a fresh, juicy orange, particularly like the mandarin oranges that would come out around Christmas time with the green tissue paper, and then it was white tissue paper. This is so good. This is amazing. All right, where you last saw this item, it was here, and I have used it kind of occasionally since then. So this is my new starting off point. So less than half of the bottle left. This is kind of my random body wash. So I can pair this with anything. It could also pair pretty well with the Stone Street Soap House, because that one was just kind of like, whatever. So I can use this as my whatever body wash, switch it up, get something a little bit more fruity going. It is part of my hygiene plan to pan because it did have use on it. So I do want to finish it this year anyway. And orange stuff, like I don't have a lot of like orange, mandarin, clementine body butters or body creams. So this one, it's not like it's going to have a whole bunch of different pairings with it. And I do have other orange body washes anyway. Next up is Dumbo. Dumbo. So Dumbo is an item from one of your largest collections. And I've been rolling this category in a fair amount recently, and that is my body wash category. So the Olay could have also stood in for this item. However, I decided to roll in the Bath & Body Works Rainbow Waves Shower Gel. This is a 2023 packaging, and Rainbow Waves has scent notes of Sunny Sangria, Bright Melon, and Misty Waters. The thing with this one is, because of my whole experience with Cucumber Melon last year, anything with a melon note kind of freaks me out, so I pass over it in my collection. And this isn't super fruity. Like, the melon and the Misty Waters, I think, takes over more than that sangria note. So what my intention with this is yes, this is a shower gel, coming obviously from my shower gel collection, which is very, very, very large. I know. But my intention is I want to try and see how this works as a bubble bath. That is going to be my plan. So that's how I'm going to use it. I don't think I'm going to enjoy it as a shower gel. I'm going to try using this as my bubble bath. Now, bubble baths, I am trying-ish hard. I'm trying-ish to take a bubble bath once a week, twice a week. We'll see how it goes. I do like lots of bubbles, and we'll see how fast I move through this product at 295 milliliters. The shower gel formula versus the reformulated one, I've heard this one is really, really good for bubble baths, so let's just use it up because it doesn't really pair with anything in my collection, and I'm not that excited about it. So hopefully this will be a nice little win to knock out another number from a very large category. And How to Build a Better Boy was the last item that I rolled in. So something that is customized, which is basically the same prompt as Cinderella, essentially. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to grab one of my palettes of stuff I have ripped apart from multiple different palettes. So that's what this collection is. These are shades that I've opted to keep. And so that's kind of like the customization element. So what I'm going to do is a no pan left behind on this palette as well. So what do I even have in here? I want to say these are Ciate London. This one is Aether Beauty. This is Wander Beauty. I want to say this one is also Ciate London. These are Ofra. This is an Elizabeth Arden trio. And then this is my Cab Cosmetics. So that was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different palettes. Technically, this was a whole palette on its own. I just put it in here because it was easier. So no pan left behind, a little bit more ambitious because there's a lot of different shades going on here. And not a lot of mattes. A lot of these are all over the lid shades. So this might take me a little bit longer to do, but that's what I'm going to be rolling in for the final item. Oh, this is looking a little rough and very eyeshadow heavy in terms of my goals for next month. Let's see what I can do. Haze, 2 uses left. I can definitely do that. The blue color, 4 uses left. Pretty sure I can do that. Salt Air, we're doing a lot of the new stuff, as always with this project. Can get the perfume used up. Can do no pan left behind on Dominique Cosmetics. Can very easily get through the goat milk body butter in maybe just even 1 use. Physicians Formula, 20 uses. Hopefully no pan left behind on all my single shadows here. Now if I'm going to try to be even more ambitious, so we'll see on these next goals here. Possibly could get through the Stone Street Soap House, the body cream there. Possibly could get through the Olay soap. Possibly could get through Rainbow Waves as a bubble bath. We will see how that goes. But those were all the items I made progress on the goals met, the new stuff rolling in, and my goals for the next month. So next month, update 11, and then we've got the finale. So we're going to push. I'm going to be pushing on some of these items to get stuff rolled out. Guess what that means is next month, regardless of how many goals I actually meet, I will be rolling in all of the remaining prompts. Because then at least I can touch them all, right? So it's going to be a wild month next month. Subscribe so you do not miss it in preparation for the finale coming up. But whew, that's the end of this update. So if you enjoyed it, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe so you don't miss the crazy update that's coming up next month or any of my other pending content that you'll find here on this channel. I look forward to seeing you in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.